Counting in mathematics is used to find the number of possible outcomes in a variety of situations. In this lesson, we are going over some basic rules as a first step to counting methods. First, we have the OR and AND rules. Suppose I have a set of 3 pens and 2 markers. For better referencing, let us label the pens P1, P2, and P3, and the markers M1 and M2. Suppose I have a box in which I want to place one of these items. Let us look into the number of ways in which I can place one pen in the box. Intuitively, you would say 3 possibilities, as I have 3 pens in the set of 5 objects I have. But let us see where that intuition actually comes from. As I want 1 pen out of 3, I could choose P1 or P2 or P3. Each pen represents one possibility where I obtain my answer 3 by adding my possibilities. Then OR in counting implies addition. And that is the OR rule, which is one of the basic rules of counting. Now suppose I want to find the number of ways I can choose any one of the given items. Any one of the given items means I want to choose 1 pen or 1 marker to place in the box. Choosing 1 pen means choosing P1 or P2 or P3. As OR means addition, then I can choose 1 pen in 3 possible ways. Similarly, choosing a marker means choosing M1 or M2. Again, as OR means addition, then I can choose a marker in 2 possible ways. Now, as I'm choosing a pen or a marker, with OR implying addition, then I can choose any of the given items in 3 plus 2 ways, which is 5 ways. Now let us put that OR rule aside. And suppose now I want to place 2 items in my box. In how many ways can I choose 1 pen and 1 marker? As I want 1 pen and 1 marker, to choose 1 pen, I can choose again P1 or P2 or P3. And OR means addition, then I have 3 possibilities for pens. Similarly, for markers, I can choose M1 or M2. And OR means addition, then I have 2 possibilities for markers. But I want 1 pen and 1 marker, so let us try to figure out the AND rule. For the first item, I can choose P1, P2, or P3. For the second item, if I choose P1 for the first item, then for the second item, I could choose M1, which makes my selection P1 and M1. I could also choose M2 with P1, which makes my selection P1 and M2. Similarly, if I chose P2 for the first item, I can choose M1 or M2 for the second item, which makes my selections P2 and M1 or P2 and M2. Similarly, if I chose P3 for the first item, I can choose M1 or M2 for the second item, which makes my selections P3 and M1 or P3 and M2. So in total, you see we have 6 possibilities for choosing 1 pen and 1 marker, which in fact results from multiplying 3 and 2. Then AND means multiplication, which is the AND rule for counting. Now this diagram I use to determine the possible ways I can choose 1 pen and 1 marker is called a tree diagram. Tree diagrams are also a way to count possible outcomes. Now suppose we have the digits 1, 2, 3, and 4. How many 2-digit numbers can I form using the given set of numbers? A 2-digit number is formed by a tens digit and a unit digit. For the tens digit, I can choose either one of the 4 given digits from 1 to 4. Now for the unit digit, if I chose 1 for the tens digit, I can still choose either 1, 2, 3, or 4 for the unit digit. Similarly, if I chose 2 for the tens digit, I can choose either 1, 2, 3, or 4 for the unit digit. Similarly for the last two possibilities of the tens digit. Then the two-digit numbers formed are in fact read vertically. Like for the first one, 1 for the tens digit and 1 for the units digit form the number 11. Then we have 12, then we have 13, etc. So in total, we can form 16 two-digit numbers from the given set of numbers. Now let us try to solve the same question using the OR and AND rules. For the tens digit, I can choose 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. As OR means addition, the possibilities I have are 4 possibilities for the tens digit. For the unit digit, I can also choose 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. And as OR means addition, then I have 4 possibilities for the unit digit. But a two-digit number is formed by a tens digit and a unit digit. And as AND means multiplication, then I multiply the number of possibilities for each digit. Then 4 by 4 is 16 possibilities for the two-digit numbers that can be formed.